Now, a couple of years ago, I was lucky enough to drive the Citroën DS3 Racing Cabrio, a very rare car indeed, just 100 produced globally, with only 10 coming to the UK. And it's quite a hardcore hot hatchback, made all the rarer and all the more niche by the fact that the roof was removable. Wind forward to today, and DS is no longer a part of Citroën, it's its own entity, and it has its own sort of mantra. It's a company of luxury and design and prestige, and so when they wheeled out their new DS3 Performance, of which this is the Cabrio, the car stands for something a bit different to that really rather rambunctious little hatchback of a few years ago. Visually, it's a lot less in your face than its Citroën forefather. That said, it's still very stylish and sports the neat little proportions that the standard DS3 does. But filling those wheel arches are some nice contrasting alloy wheels. Key design traits such as that shark fin are retained, but that noticeably lower ride height certainly gives it a more sporting attitude. Reworked fascias, LED lights and a smattering of badging means that this DS is one of those cars that you could both take to dinner, but also the long way home. It certainly isn't slow, as its 1.6 litre 4-cylinder turbocharged engine produces 205 brake horsepower and 221 pounds-feet of torque. 0 to 62 miles per hour takes 6.5 seconds. Inside, you'll find the cabin is dominated by these two large racing seats, excessively bolstered, well trimmed. They're real man-eaters, and they certainly set the tone for this car. The dashboard has a gloss finish that's further detailed by what will become the synonymous DS Performance stripes. In the centre console, you'll find a 7-inch touchscreen infotainment display that has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto functionality as standard. Now, the only thing with these large seats is that they take up more space than the standard ones. That means that rear legroom has become a bit more limited. Headroom, though, is still pretty good. However, the Achilles heel of any DS3 Cabrio of this generation is its boot. Whilst a good usable size, the pillar box opening is really narrow and can make it quite difficult to put large objects inside. It looks very stylish and elegant, but functionally it doesn't work quite as well as what a full hatch would. Now, the reason it doesn't have a hatchback is because of this full-length fabric top here, which retracts partially so you can have a little bit of sunshine in, or all the way back to allow the full force of nature inside. However, the genius of this Cabrio arrangement here is that you keep all the side beams and things, keeping the elements out and also retaining some structural rigidity in the car. On a sunny day with the roof down, it's certainly a pleasant thing to cruise around in. Although I will say, thanks to those large alloy wheels, it does thump into potholes, and quite naturally, being a performance car, it has a hard ride on top of that. Although when that hard ride really starts to make sense is whenever you put your foot down and tackle a series of challenging bends. This car not only sticks like glue thanks to those Michelin Pilot Super Sport tyres, but the body roll is just not there. The car is so level whenever it goes through a corner. It has this wonderful composure to match all of that grip. Also aiding grip levels is the fact that the front track is a full 26mm wider. Now, handling that power transfer is a pretty good 6-speed manual transmission, but also a differential up at the front to help prevent the dreaded torque steer. Now, there still is some, but nothing a firm grip on the wheel won't take care of. Once the turbo gets to work, this car has an incredible turn of pace. It really is very, very quick for a little car. That surge of torque is a really great asset in this car. Now, the steering could do with a bit more weight to it and a bit more communication coming back towards the driver. And in taking the roof off of this car, you do lose some of that precision you get in the hard top variant of this car, of which we hope to review in the next few weeks. However, the undeniable star of this show are those big Brembo brakes. They have incredible stopping power. They really can bring this car to a stop rather quickly, but also there's really good pedal feel, which allows you to apply them very precisely. And of course, as I seemingly always say with fast little hot hatchbacks, is it's not necessarily how fast they are overall, it's how quick they stop, because that gives you the reassurance to use the performance underneath your right foot. DS claim that this car will do 52 mpg and emit 125 grams per kilometre of CO2. The DS3 Performance Cabrio is an undeniably quick car and arguably one of the fastest in its little B segment category. It has really impressive grip levels as well. That's something that I've taken away from this car. It sticks like glue. However, at £23,790, it is quite an expensive proposition, and in this category there are more engaging and ultimately cheaper alternatives. It's a good car, but it has a tough job upon its hands to win people's hearts. I think ultimately it will still remain a niche product in this cabrio form.
Thanks very much for watching, and let us know what you think in the comments below. Please subscribe for all of the latest and greatest cars to hit the road. For breaking news and written reviews, visit www.insidelane.co.uk.